Haaretz columnist Gideon Levy, who is going to talk to us about the situation after Tuesday's election in Israel, which looks as if it's going to give Benny Gantz of the Blue and White Alliance 33 seats in the Knesset. The ruling Prime Minister, the incumbent Benjamin Netanyahu and Likud, look as if they're going to get 31. Is there any change to that for a start, Gideon? Is it still looking that way?
Yeah, it is exactly like this, and by the evening we'll know if there is any change or not, because the final results will be published in the evening, but nothing dramatic can happen anymore.
Okay, but the drama now is to come, isn't it? Because these two sides have to start talking about possibly ruling together, and Benny Gantz says that that's only going to happen if I can be Prime Minister. Surely he will get the chance first of all. The President will surely ask Benny Gantz to start talking about putting together some sort of government. Do you think Gantz will begin from day one of the negotiations looking at unity, or will he have other ideas before coming back to possible unity?
Both sides have very little options except of unity. I mean, because both parties cannot get a majority, and we are in a kind of a deadlock. I guess Benny Gantz will try, but he has no chance. There is no chance for a left government. There is a slight chance for a right-wing Orthodox government, and the only real chance is right now for a unity government. The question is on which conditions, under which terms, and above all, who is going to be the first Prime Minister if they will agree on rotation? Who will serve in the first 2 years? That's the main question now.
Wow, well, how does this leave Israeli politics in general if we're talking about a rotational leadership of the country? What do you make of that possibility?
Take it even more. There is a possibility of third elections. Nobody excludes this. We are really stuck in a deadlock because it's all about the future of Mr. Netanyahu, the personal future of Mr. Netanyahu, who faces criminal charges, as you know, and it's really about his fate above anything else. And the question is, would they compromise on it or not? Everything is possible right now, and nobody knows the answers.
Hold on, Gideon, are you serious about this? That you think that now, as far as Netanyahu himself is concerned, that he is looking more at his own personal situation than about the country and what's best for Israel as a whole? Really? Can he be doing that? Talking about self-protection almost when he enters these negotiations?
Look, it's covered up by so many covers, but the fact that we went to elections now by itself was due to this issue. We went to second election after 4 months, 5 months, without any real reason except of Mr. Netanyahu's ambition to save himself from court throughout of all kinds of legislations. You know, politicians are also cynical from time to time. Don't be so surprised.
Look, do you think that Avigdor Lieberman is going to get some sort of say in this, or if Benny Gantz is the man who's charged with trying to put together, getting the first attempt at forming a government, that he would like to rather sideline Yisrael Beituna?
Look, mentioning and talking about cynical politicians, Avigdor Lieberman, whose name you just mentioned and pronounced his name so correctly, is maybe the most cynical politician in Israel politics. He is right now the kingmaker, unless Netanyahu and Gantz will find a way, a common ground to create a government, and then they don't need him. But he could make Netanyahu Prime Minister and he could make Gantz Prime Minister. Right now he sticks only to one condition, that it will be a unity government, and this is right now impossible. So everything is on the table and all the possibilities are really still open or closed.
Sure. Listen, just finally, Gideon, I want to get a picture from abroad from you, because as I've been saying over the past few days, when a lot of people think about Israel, the first thing that comes to their mind is peace process, two-state solution, Palestinians, Israelis. If either of these two men are to continue in the very top job in Israel, where does that leave us down the road when it comes to the Palestinians?
Here I stand on much more solid ground. Here I can speak with much more conviction and knowing that I'm not going to be wrong. None of them will make any progress. None of them will do the inevitable steps toward ending the Israeli occupation. None of them has any intention to do so. And therefore, when it comes to the most crucial issue, namely the Palestinian problem, there is almost no difference between the two, no matter who of them will be the prime minister. And therefore, by the way, people like me care much less.
Gideon, thank you so much indeed for giving us your analysis on TRT World. Gideon Levy of Haaretz.